So UFC 259 was this weekend, and it was pretty great.
It was actually.
It was really good.
I'm gonna be honest.
It
was crazy.
It was interesting. Very interesting.
It wasn't interesting to me. It was fucking crazy, and I'm gonna wait to talk about it.
Okay.
But I do have some stuff to mention, and I'm gonna let
excited
you
about that.
probably
Lead
hint
the
it,
way.
and I'm gonna be like,
Okay.
let's have a serious talk about something real
for
quick.
sure.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
So I will say
All right.
this: I normally watch like the early prelims, like 6 all the way to like midnight, basically.
Right.
But this time around, I only caught like the last preliminary fight and then the main card.
Right.
The first 2 fights of the main card were solid. So the last prelim fight, I don't even remember the fighters. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I was already like kind of turned, but the last prelim fight was really good. It was a really good fight. And then, like, the first 2 fights of the main card were kind of forgettable. Like, they were okay.
Right.
But then we get to Peter Yan versus Sterling. And that's when things start to get a little interesting. So, this is the first of 3 title fights we had yesterday, which is absolutely bananas. And I'm really stoked because you said you haven't seen what happened in this fight. So Peter Yan, he's the reigning champ, right? Well, he was. So you're about to find out why he was the reigning champ.
Okay, so before I be weird, guys, y'all don't judge me, okay? Because this is an undercourt that I don't really know. I would imagine Sterling is the black guy and Yan is the white dude. Because you could kind of...
Yeah, Peter Yan is the white guy.
Okay,
Sterling is
right.
the black guy. And now this is something to keep in mind. Peter Yan, he was winning the fight. They had him winning 2. So this is round 4. They already had him winning 2 out of 3 so far. And he was probably going to win this round too. So like he would have won the fight and retained his title.
Like,
yeah.
All right. Right.
Now watch what happens. I'm going to give you some context, but just watch this.
Why would he? Wow. Why would he do that though?
All right, so this is what happened.
You're gonna explain this shit? You're about to explain this?
Okay, so there is a little bit of context behind this. So here's the crazy thing, right? Peter Yan was already winning the fight. So like the knee to the head was like not even necessary. Like you didn't even need to do that. You know what I mean? He was trying to put him away, but it's like you didn't need to put him away. Like literally all you would have had to do is just win out the next, like literally just survive the next round and a half and you'll be fine, because this was the 4th round. And so like for anyone who doesn't know, in the UFC, if either of your knees are down, they can't knee you in the head. It's considered like it's an illegal hit is what it is. And if they come to the conclusion that the hit was deliberate, it's an automatic disqualification. If it's not deliberate, then they'll still win the fight because the other dude would choose to withdraw, or they would be medically discharged essentially from the fight. So what happened is Yan didn't see his knees because of his angle, and he was looking to his corner for them to tell him when he could knee him in the head. So the idea was that like the dude was like on the ground, and like the idea was that like once both of his knees were off the ground, he was gonna knee him and put him away. Like that's what was gonna happen, which is a legal hit. But his knee was still on the ground, and he was basically like, "Tell me when I can knee him," and they were like, "Do it now," and then he did it.
While his knee was still on the ground.
Right.
So I mean, be honest, bro. I don't know if you want to reshare that video or not. He could tell, bro. That his
probably,
fucking knee was
but that's
down.
the story, and that's not good. Like,
no, it's not.
No,
that's bullshit.
Yeah. So what happened after he got kneed in the head was,
no, man.
Like he was concussed, bro. Like he like couldn't even stand up. Like he tried to stand up and he like fell over, and they had to carry him out of the octagon. But because that was a title fight, and because Peter Yan was disqualified, Sterling is the new champ. And when they put the belt on him, he took it off and threw it in the ring. He was like, "I don't want that shit." Like that's bullshit. Like
that's
I didn't
some hard
like
shit, though.
Yeah, right.
It's some hard shit either way. But at the same time, it's like, bro,
That sucks.
my knee was down. So if I get kneed in my fucking
Well, there's
head,
no question about what happened. Like everyone's like, no, that's fucked.
But
like,
you have to think about Sterling's point of view. Like, if my knee's down, I don't expect anything coming to my head,
and then
like
it just
that.
happens,
and then I'm
like,
just like,
fuck.
What?
You can see it on his face.
You know
too.
what
He
I'm
was
saying?
dazed.
It's like,
like
why would
knocked,
you even
he got
do
rocked,
that
bro.
shit,
yeah,
man?
For sure.
Right. Yeah, that's the fucked up part about it.
Yeah, that was fucked, man.
It's
so
nuts,
like
man.
he's the champ now, but like he was not happy and he could barely stand up when they put his hand up.
I bet you he'll fight Jan again though.
Yeah, no. So that's what everyone is saying. Like they're gonna rematch, like for sure. Like, but with that kind of like head trauma too,
like,
though, like it's gonna be a while. Like he needs to fully recover from that.
Right, like,
but
what are we talking about?
They will. They like. I mean, it's not guaranteed yet because the fight's not scheduled or anything. But it's almost like a guarantee at this point that they will rematch, and then that'll be Sterling's proper opportunity to like earn the belt. You know what I mean? So then if he defends it, cool. You know what I mean?
That's insane.
But Joe Rogan was also saying during the fight, like, we understand it's a disqualification, we understand it's an illegal hit, but should you be able to win a belt through disqualification?
Yeah.
Like, but the idea is kind of like, yeah, like, because you're the champ, like, you know the fucking rules. Like,
you're a champion.
What else are you supposed to say?
You're a champion. Yeah. That means you're held at a higher standard.
I mean, the highest. You're the champ. The highest standard.
What are we fucking talking about?
I agree.
That's so dumb for anybody to not think that way for a champion.
If Peter Yan's corner, if his corner is the reason why, like, if they cost him the fight, then they're not there the next time. Like, you get a new corner, you get a new coach, you get a new team. Like, they fucked you. Doing, yeah, right.
Like, what are we doing here?
Exactly. So
but honestly, bro, you're a champion. You know better than to do that shit.
Right. Come on now.
And honestly, if you're winning the fight that handily.
Yeah, that was my whole thing.
Do you even need to knee him?
You could have just punched him in the face.
Knee him?
Nope.
You don't even have to knee him.
The thing about that fight too is like Sterling had like a really high pace early on, and I was like, he's gassing a lot. Like if he can keep up the pace, this works. But if he doesn't, he's gonna lose. And that's exactly what happened. Like by this point, Sterling was only on the ground because he was already gassed. He had no more energy left. Like he was done, bro.
And his dude just knees him.
He threw the fight away.
And so,
I don't. It made no sense to me.
Even if you sit there and think about it, it's like, bro, he just wanted to knee him, bro. Like, I mean, that's all this is.
He wanted to put him away. He probably wanted to knock him out. Like, I get it, but it's like
he knew at the time he threw the knee, like that dude's knee was down. He just wanted to.
Well, his corner told him it wasn't. His corner told him the knee was up.
He wanted to give a message.
Maybe.
Because now Sterling has to fight him again, right?
What's that message, though? He just lost his fucking belt.
Well, the message is, you're about to rematch me. I was beating your ass the whole fight. I purposely threw that knee at your fucking face.
I disagree.
I'm going to fight you again.
I disagree. That sounds stupid.
And I'm going to beat your ass again. And then here we go. I don't know why he would do that, but he did it.
Yeah.
So we can say that his corner had to do it.
True.
But his corner can clearly see the dude's knee was on the ground. True. So what are we talking about then?
Yeah, who knows? Do me a favor. I got to piss really quick. We're going to start talking about Amanda Nunes. So you get started on that, and then I'm going to come back and join you.
So I don't really know necessarily where exactly Heston wants to catch me when it comes to Amanda Nunes, because for years she's already been like a beast. And so she hasn't really had much competition. She had a couple fights that I felt like maybe she probably could have lost, but she without a doubt just easily, I don't know, like she's done within 5 minutes on all of her fights usually. Like, and it's crazy to even think that, but at the same time, I don't know if Amanda needs to just retire. I feel like maybe she needs to go up in weight. Like, I don't really know what to say. The fact that we're talking about Amanda Nunes, like, it's going to trickle into something that I want to talk about later as far as going up in the weight. Sometimes going up in the weight isn't the best idea. So, I don't want to say Amanda needs to go to a higher weight. I just feel like anybody in that featherweight where she's at is like, they're just not going to be able to beat her, bro. Like, Amanda's just on a whole different level of her own. Like, nobody in that weight class is going to beat her. Like, in order for us to see Amanda get beat, if that's what we really want, she's going to have to go higher in weight class because it's not happening where she's at.
I agree.
It's not happening.
I'm back.
Not even close. Like, not even close. Like, she's going to
demolish. Well, last night was a prime example of that, right? So, I remember. So remember those guys I mentioned earlier that I talked to at 54th?
Bro.
That one of those dudes was saying, like, the girl that was fighting Amanda, he's like, bro, I've been saying for years, like, this needs to be the girl to fight her. Like, Amanda could finally lose a fight. Dude, it wasn't even close. Amanda went out there and fucking rocked that girl. Like, the fight was over in 2 minutes. Like, what are we talking about?
The only thing that happened, I think that girl did a back kick and it hit Amanda. And other than that, I think that was it. No, I'm confusing a fight with something later on. Never mind. But the Amanda fight, to me, it wasn't even like a... It literally just looks how, like, all the other fights looked. And so, what Nunes is to me is what... Who's old girl that used to UFC, got her ass whipped, got kicked out? She didn't really get kicked out, but she went to wrestling. Rousey? Nunes is like that, but Nunes ain't losing.
Nunes sent Rossi basically out of the fucking shit. That's
what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
So I feel like Nunes and Rousey,
bitch,
they were both the same.
Up, and then Nunes was like, "Nah, bitch, like I run this shit."
Nunes and Rousey
went on to beat
dude, and that was it.
Every other bad
the
bitch,
same way
bro.
though. The same way. Like Nunes and Rousey were the same type of fighter to me in wrestling, which I thought was sick. Like they were just murking through people, and then eventually they were both just like, we both beat each other. Or we both beat people quick as fuck, so which one of us about to beat each other?
And that wasn't even close either.
Not, bro.
No, she destroyed Ronda Rousey.
Destroyed.
She turned into a meme.
Destroyed. And then she got Holly too, no? I mean...
Yeah. She beat and Cyborg, she beat everybody.
What are we doing?
I think what you're saying makes sense, though. Like, she could try to go... Oh, she's already got 2 belts.
She has to go
so
up,
she goes
dude.
up to another.
She has to go up, dude.
So she tries to be the first 3-belt champ.
She has to go up, dude.
It's like boxing up in this bitch.
She has to go up, dude. Like...
Well, what else is she going to do, right? Because that's essentially what Israel Adesanya did. Israel Adesanya, like, nobody can beat him at his weight class, bro. So, like, he only went up because that's, like, the only way there's going to be competition. So, I guess we'll kind of move into Israel Adesanya, right?
When we can. Right.
Adesanya is the more talented fighter in that fight. And you could see it, too. The whole fight, like, Adesanya, like... He was in control for most of it.
But he got his ass whooped.
The only reason... Not really. The dude laid on him for 6 minutes.
It doesn't matter. He got took down multiple times. Yeah. Not just once.
Well, but like that... So this is what I'm saying. Bro. Israel Adesanya looked like he was fighting out of his weight class, is what I'm saying. Like, so, because once he was on the ground, there was nothing he could do to get back up. Which sucks, because he is a superior fighter, but that other dude, like...
Right. So, this is what I'll say. Israel, he did take the leap, so I'll give him credit for that. The only reason why I have an issue with him is because initially, this fight, if it would have been Adesanya's way, he would have been fighting Jon Jones. Do you know what the fuck would have happened? If he allowed Jan to do in that fight what Jan did to him?
I disagree.
Dog, Jon Jones would right now, the way he just fought old boy in light heavyweight, Jon would destroy Adesanya.
Well, it depends. It depends. Like, would Jon Jones have to come down and wait, like, to fight Adesanya? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, or...
Jon Jones is in light heavyweight.
Okay.
So just moved up to heavyweight. So we're saying Adesanya is coming up to light heavyweight where Jon Jones has already destroyed.
But Jon Jones' fight style isn't the same as that guy's. Jon Jones' fight style is similar to Adesanya, and if you fight Adesanya's game, Adesanya can beat you. Now, Jon Jones is a bad man, so like Jon Jones.
So this is what I'll say. So I make more sense. Mm-hmm. The way that Jan beat Adesanya, Jon Jones is better at doing what Jan did against Adesanya.
So you think Jon Jones would have done basically the exact same shit?
Better though.
Okay,
but better.
Do you think Adesanya Jon Jones still happens?
No, bro, Jon Jones already throwing shade. Jon Jones already throwing shade. He's already throwing shade. He was hyping it up. He was like, I can't wait for December. And so to me, when I caught that, I was like, you about to fight Adesanya. Like, let's go. Like, you're going to make something happen. But then, like, the fight started happening, and Adesanya really just started losing. And then he started posting shit like, never mind. Like, you can't even, like, bro. But I agree. Like, okay, this guy Jan, right? If Jan fought Jon Jones, who would you pick to win?
Jan's a bad man, dude.
Would you
But Jan is slow.
Who would you pick to win?
Probably Jon Jones. I mean, how do you pick against Jon Jones? Like, what are we talking about?
What are we doing here?
Right.
So to me, right, let's be realistic. Israel, if you the man, You say you're going to come get me. You're going to come through you can't even beat him, bro. Me and him ain't even in contract talks because, bro, I'm a motherfucking beast.
Right.
That dude don't even want to fight me.
Yeah.
And you just lost to him. Like, what is we talking about, bro? I would destroy you. But it's the truth. Like, why, what are we talking about, bro? So to me, I was looking at Israel's performance.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just like, bro, like, I get your style and all that, but like,
did you see that Izzy wants to stay in light heavyweight though?
He needs to. He doesn't need to go back down. He needs to stay there. Right. He has to stay there now. You just have to. But now you have to do 2 or 3 more fights to.
Well, that's what he said he wants to do.
You just have to.
He seems like he took his loss gracefully though, which you can appreciate.
I'm glad that he was able to get like the big shot initially, because if he would have won that, then it would have been. Then there would have been like John Jones, like fight has to happen right now. And so, but the fact it is like John Jones is like, bro, you're little, you talking shit to me. You just came up to fight like a dude that's bro,
a slouch
to me.
Yeah, right.
Which is why me and the dude ain't fought. Like I'm only not a champion because I like drugs a little bit.
Like Josh Gordon.
But I mean, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
You can't beat me up.
Who knows?
Which the only dude that could have was a dude that you love, but he fucked up his leg, and so that's the only dude that I feel like legitimately could have got John. The dude that he broke like some shit in his knee and shit.
Oh, the dude that tore his ACL in the middle of the fight and still sent John Jones home like without the ability to walk.
That was the only guy that won that fight. That was the only dude I've seen.
That guy won that fight.
Well, I was like, damn, John, like fuck.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of John.
That was the only dude that I thought was like anybody else I've never seen.
And that dude tore his ACL in the middle of the fight.
And so to me, that's crazy, just the way I saw Israel fight, I was just like, bro, I don't think you're ready for John.
Everyone was hyping that guy up too because he looked out of shape. He was just like this out of shape, like Mexican dude, and he like beat the shit out of John Jones.
Yeah, I mean, he did good. But this is the thing, though, right? The equivalency to that is Jan.
You're right.
To Israel.
You're right.
But Jan just didn't tear his ACL.
Yeah. You're
there you go. But so I mean, John still has the benefit of the doubt that my dude tore his ACL. I still won the fight, and I fought after that, and I won that too. And so
I guess
I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah, you are living in a world of what ifs at that point, and what ifs aren't relevant. So I guess it is what it is, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think John will fuck him up, bro. I don't see Israel.
Adesanya or Jan?
I think Jan will fuck him up, which he did. Even if they rematched again, right? If he came back
I'm talking about. Well, I was saying like in relation to John. Like,
John would destroy both of them.
Yeah, right.
It was overall. Okay. But Jan, I think, would also fuck up Israel again if they rematched again. Like, I think Jan would which is a possibility, do probably, that shit
right?
Again, but like worse.
If Adesanya comes back and beats him, is there a 3-peat? Probably, right?
Well, it depends on how, because Israel got beat up, but like he didn't really get knocked out. Almost at the end of that.
It got sus real quick.
If there would have been like an additional maybe 10 more seconds.
Those hammer fucking
Israel might have been
bad.
sleep on that shit, bro. Another 10 more seconds, bro. Yikes. I don't know if that bell doesn't ring. Like, let's be real.
You're not wrong.
So that's the scary part about it. If they rematch and Jan does that, do you want that? But if Israel comes out and like sleeps him in like one round, like it's almost like,
all right, let's see what happens.
All right, so I mean, let's not do a third.
Okay.
Because I mean, you do a full fight the first one, but then somebody comes out and sleeps somebody the second one. Like, nah, okay, we can bypass this. But they should rematch.
Okay.
But I think he still loses.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all I got for the UFC. You cool with that?
Yeah, no, I'm gravy. I mean, that's all I really had pertaining to it.
So that's a steak. That's a steak thing.
Yeah, that's all I really had to say about it. Or how I was feeling about it. So
okay. Cool.
Very impressive. I do feel like Israel fucked himself, and he shouldn't have the opportunity to fight John unless.
Well, he's got to earn it.
I mean, John now for sure is gonna fight in heavyweight. Like he's already scheduling
he's
a fight.
Just gonna skip light heavyweight.
Well, he's already moved up.
Well, right.
And then they moved him off, and now he's back. That's so now, he's gonna end up fighting a heavyweight. I would like to see him fight old boy that you gave a shout out to. I think that would be a good.
My balls is hot guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I would
DJ.
love that.
I think Derek.
Yeah. That's him. Yeah. Oh, dude, I love that guy.
I don't know if he's ready for DJ, but I mean...
That guy could beat John Jones' ass.
I mean...
He's got that one-punch knockout power.
This is what I'm saying. I think John Jones is so sick, like, he won't look like Israel. I feel like he can go in the heavyweight and get a big shot, just like Israel did.
Well, that guy, Derek Johnson, I think is his name.
He's like 2, right?
Yeah,
number 2.
He's getting close to a title fight too.
He should be there already.
Yeah, he's there. He's close.
So John Jones should come in.
He should be top 5, like easy.
John Jones has to fight a top 5 guy right now, like his first fight. Like, what are we talking about?
That's fair.
He smashed you light heavyweight. He only got his belts taken away because of like bullshit.
weed.
Like